Do not read this chapter, for you shall surely die. And you decided to read this chapter anyway, my love. Haha. What am I going to do with you? The Christian penalty for sin is death, but fortunately there is no sin in our religion, only mistakes. So, what do we do when we make mistakes in our coven? We hug and giggle with each other as punishment for being human, my dear. Anyway, I thought I'd use this chapter to give you a little background information of what I do as a witch and how bizarre my life can become lol. In the previous chapters, one tried to show you just how normal my life really is, and some of the things I do to be the best ambassador of the craft I am so blessed to have in my life as I interact with people on a daily basis. I was hesitant to focus on the supernatural world because it plays right into the hands of petrified Christians that label anything supernatural that is not from God demonic. As in the case of my bestie Samantha, that was called a demonic witch for having the psychic gift of being a medium. In my studies as a witch over the years, I found it to be a very disciplined amount of work that is very demanding if you want to keep your sanity intact. I have dealt with dearly departed human earthbound spirits, apparitions, spiritual entities that were never human, space, time portals, things that go bump in the night, and things that defy the explanation of physics, too. As I continue on with my life, there are many people that have trouble believing or understanding I'm a witch because I fit in so well with society. I have the same moral values of respecting life, caring for my family, and loving God without judging others. Since they have trouble understanding who I really am, they want me to describe my witchy life to them. So, I'll tell them about my private life, how I circle cast, perform high ceremonial Celtic, folk, and candle magic. I also send love and healing energy from my temporary circle church I created to the people that needed it. I also have astral projected inside and outside my body to understand my surroundings, so I can be a better person to myself and the people I am so blessed to have in my life. As a novice medium, I have interacted with deceased humans and non-human entities, engaged in vision quests, hugged trees, walked in the wilderness as a pure being, held hands of hospice people living their last precious moments of life to comfort and give them love as they leave our physical earth, while the spiritual beings and angels on the other side are close by to greet them with such perfect love and perfect trust. As a fully ordained witch, these precious people do not have to fear being alone because I'm right there for them when they decide to leave us. I encounter malevolent spirits as well. I'm not going to call them demons or demonis. That is a Christian hysteria concept that can cloud one's judgment. I'm just going to call them what they are, a malevolent spirit, and keep them as my pet if they get too violent or mischievous, so the innocents are protected. Well, as you can imagine, I live a very complicated life. Care to join me, hee hee? We do have better candy than the other side, but it's not the glamorous life some people might think it is. It involves a lot of hard work and commitment to do what is right in the world and beyond. After sharing all my dirty little secrets with the Christians that are so curious about me, their face lights up after I finish sharing my life story with them. They smile at me while replying, "So you really are Satan's daughter. I'll pray for you, child." As I continue in this chapter, dear, I want you to know I'm going to talk about a lot of controversial and unbelievable bizarre stories. So you've been warned, my little pretty. So, I don't expect you to believe me, but I'm not here to sensationalize my story. I'm just here to tell it. If it's any consolation, though, the dearly departed beings I have spoken with never tried to discourage me from God. Some were as lost as the living people are when it comes to religion and their surroundings. So please don't think these precious deceased people are demons trying to lure me away from your Christian God. Because if they are, they're really lousy amateurs that need their demonic license revoked, since that would be the dumbest strategy one could ever think of. Okay, so I gave you a bland description of my spiritual life, but it's actually quite boring hugging a tree unless you feel her life force through magic, haha. The whole magical and beautiful world spinning around you is so precious, when your eyes are finally opened to the sacred, beautiful person you truly are, never forget that, my love. Well, I'm going to switch gears and share some juicy gossip soap opera quality stories with you in the next following paragraphs until I'm finished. Please leave your rational mind behind and keep your hands inside the roller coaster ride at all times until it comes to a complete stop. Ready to begin the lunacy? Let's have some fun while we return as kids where magic, unicorns, and tea parties were real. See you on the other side if you dare to come with me, for I see the barrier approaching us, my love.